James, table 48.
Well, good evening, everybody. Stephanie on the mic. Thought I'd pop in, hang out with everybody for a little bit. Doing the parental trade-off. Brought the kids. Grant's gonna go home and hopefully get some rest tonight. So lucky me, I get to witness all the great pool. This is getting down to the nitty-gritty. Steven and Russ both on the A side. I'm not sure how far in the draw they are.
Table 6. Table 6.
But it's going to be a great match regardless. Hey, Chris. Thanks for coming back. Welcome home. Jim, you too. We've got a couple of great matches here. We've got Steven and Russ on one table, and we've got Eric Vargas and Garvey Yee on the other table. They're both just starting. Russ has got low ball here. I don't know if he's going to like this lead.
I don't want my hot dog anymore.
Hey, welcome Alaska. Looks like Russ is trying this one ball here. That is a hell of a cut and a great breakout. I think everything goes from here, I believe. I think from where I'm sitting, it looks like that 3 ball does go. 6 ball does go on the side.
Sean Simpson, you'll be on table 13.
Right behind the 8. Should be tic-tac-toe here for Russ. 2, 6, 8. Just a matter of whether he gets straight on that 6 to draw back, which he does. I think he would have been either. He would have been good either way. Even if he had a little bit of angle, he just bumps that 8 ball
Peter Archibald
a
to
little
table
bit.
8.
He still would have been good.
Peter to table 8.
Russ Whittle gets the first game. While they're racking here, we'll just check out Eric and Garvey. These are both going to be great matches. My volume is really low. Let me check this mic here. Is that any better? Grant's got his headset twisted kind of weird, so maybe the mic wasn't aimed toward my face. I think we got it now, though. And that is one for Eric. Which is perfect timing. We'll just flip back here to Russ and Steven. Thanks, guys. It's a nice break from Russ. Just a heads up, guys. Grant is going to do a quick walk around the room. He's going to be doing last call on 50 tickets, 50-50 tickets. So if anybody online is interested in 50-50s today, send your money in. Tickets are 1 for $5, 3 for $10, 10 for $20, or 50 for $50. As soon as Grant's done walking around the room, we'll just do a final count, do a last call, and we'll be doing the draw a little bit early. He's going to take off here pretty quickly. I'm not sure how deep we are in the draw, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can look it up here. So on the A side, it looks like we are at the A side quarterfinal. There's 4 left on the A side. And we have them both on these tables right now. And that is Garvey and Eric and Steven and Russ. On the B side, it looks like we are at the 7-8 spot on the B side. So lots of great pool to come tonight, guys. Stay tuned. Yes. So these matches here that we're watching on the stream, I can go to the split view if you'd like. These are both A-side matches. So 2 for Russ. Help yourself. So 2 for Russ. Steven's got to rally a little bit here. Make sure he gets on the board quick. You don't want to let any of these guys get too far ahead. Gets too hard to come back. They don't make a whole lot of mistakes, so for you to get to the table sometimes is a little bit iffy. Let's do it. Oh boy, we're in for a treat. I have Mr. Billy Thompson himself come and hang with me.
Please come to the tournament desk. John Ditto, Warren Ortiz to the tournament desk.
Put this on your temple.
Who's over here?
Yeah. Just because my ponytail, I can't get it down any further.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is by far a rookie. Mr. Billy T.
Well, look
This
at the
is a
two
treat.
matches. Look, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've threatened to sit in the chair before, but I never did. Well, this is nice.
Yeah.
These are a couple of good solid matches you got going on
These
here.
are both A-side matches. We're watching the A quarterfinal.
Nice. Garvey Yee. I haven't seen Garvey since maybe, well, I don't know. Was he here last year?
I think he was.
I used to play that guy many, many moons ago when he would make a road trip from Saskatchewan, come in with a couple of the boys, Mike Fadoon from Saskatoon and others.
Yeah, Garvey's here quite actually. I think he's been here for the last few years. Strong player.
He's playing Eric, a familiar foe. And over here we got Russ Whittle and Steven. That's nice.
Great matches.
That's
All night we're
nice.
going to be full of great matches.
That's nice.
So I believe the plan is they're going to finish the 8-ball singles. I think that's the plan tonight.
They're going to finish it this evening?
I think so.
Well, that's not bad. They got 1, 2, how many rounds?
We're
4
in the
rounds,
7-8
5
spot.
rounds.
7-8 spot on the B side.
7, 8, 5, 6. Right. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, 6, maybe 7 matches. Consecutive. Yeah, might be late tonight.
Maybe
Depends on
they'll
how
finish
the
it in
matches
morning,
go.
maybe.
Depends on. I'll tell you what. Once guys get on a roll, I think everybody wants to stay and play instead of
these
get up
matches don't
at
take long anyways.
8 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wants, you know.
Nobody wants to play morning
in my
pool.
humble opinion, nobody wants to play.
That
If you
morning
get a
pool is
chance,
terrible.
if you get a chance to continue on a roll on a day, if you're drop dead tired, well, you know, that's part of what you got to go through. This guy hits the ball smooth.
Steven is yet to be on the board. Russ is up 2-0 here.
Well, I would suggest that is about to change. Who won the toss? It looks
Steven
like
did, I think.
Steven won the toss.
Yeah,
All
Steven
right.
won the toss.
All right, so Russ has got what they would call a mini break. Garvey's over here grinding. So how are you?
I'm good.
Are you?
I'm doing the parental pass off.
Nice.
Yeah, Grant said he's tired. He's like, bring the kids. He's like, you can take over. I'll go home and go to bed.
Nice. That's not bad. He's been
Yeah.
playing too, right?
Yeah, he played
So-
today.
Yeah, he's
But
been.
he drew monsters.
Oh, he drew monsters. Well, that definitely can happen.
Yeah.
That's very funny. He drew monsters. Yeah, yeah, that's easily how it can go.
He was really pumped because he drew Eric and he wanted some redemption from Red Deer on Eric.
It's like
Yeah.
a longer sound. You know what I mean? That's when you know you didn't quite get it, and usually the proof is you get no separation. You get an awkward
Yeah, there's a
table.
little bit of work here.
Not too bad. Needs to get angle somehow to get in on the 3. Yeah, he's going to
Plowman,
get a.
answer my question, please. What was the question?
What was the question?
Oh, the over/under on how many times Russ adjusts his hat. I don't know if I can answer that.
Actually,
what is the over/under?
well, it depends on how many times Russ gets to the table over the course of the match. I would say if Russ got to the table 10 games in the course of the match, he would adjust his hat 3.5 times a rack.
You're asking a pro.
That's conservative.
You're asking a pro here. I don't think anybody knows Rusty at the table as good as Billy Thompson.
Oh yeah, there would be some for sure. As he really smartly worked around those balls, went around, came at the 3 from the backside. I should be looking at the monitor, eh? It's a better view.
You get
Yeah,
that kind of
you get the perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bird's
I
eye,
wasn't
more
really
or
thinking
less.
about it. I don't get from the 3 ball looked tougher than it turned out it was.
And then on the tablet, there's about a 30-second delay. So what actually happens on real life and the computer is delayed by about 30 seconds here on the tablet. So we actually get the privilege of a replay if you miss something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Really? Is there a replay button? Nice. Stop. Go.
We've made our own little replay button.
I like it.
By the
I
time
like
it broadcasts on Facebook, there's about a 30-second delay.
Sure. Sure.
So guys, if you didn't hear that, we are doing the last call on the 50/50s.
How much are the 50/50s?
It's 1 ticket for $5, 3 tickets for $10, 10 tickets for $20, or 50 for $50.
How much is generally in the pool?
The winner actually took home $350 yesterday, so I'm not sure where he's at
$350.
tonight. So it was $700 yesterday total.
Can I just give you some cash and I get tickets?
Grant's got the tickets. As soon as he comes back, you can.
Okay. All right.
I don't want you to
Alright.
give me money and not have tickets.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Because I can't give you tickets right now.
I understand.
He's got them.
Yeah. Alana, you owe me half for whatever I decide to buy. I know you're watching.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty of it. Joe and Danny Gombach have been playing for quite a while. They must be getting to the end. And Ben just beat Greg Cairns Hill.
Oh, I was watching that match on when we were at home. I was
Oh yeah, you
watching
live
it.
real close to here, hey?
Yeah, no, it's quick. It's quick for sure.
Nice
yeah,
and
it takes.
convenient.
Oh yeah, it's 10 minutes. At this time of night, yeah, I didn't even stop for the red lights. There was no traffic.
Nice. It's perfect. It's like a commuting dream.
Hi, Warren. How are you?
It is Stephanie.
Kevin Plowman.
I have a treat tonight, and I'm being joined by Billy Thompson himself, who's a wealth of knowledge and one of the founders of pool in the Calgary area.
No,
Oh,
no. A
God.
long way from being a founder.
Well, you're
a
like
long way.
I'm not calling you old, but you've been
Oh,
around the
that's-
block a few times.
Yeah, of course. Yes, yes. My sneakers have been worn out. Yes, for sure. But yeah, no founder. I played with some founders. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Every year when they have the Joe Big Plume tournament, I pick a couple of kids, native kids, and I tell them a story about Joe.
Oh, really?
I do. I've done it a couple of years
Aw.
now, right? And I had the one kid say, "Who are you talking about?" And I said, "Really?" I says, "I just told you a great story about Joe Big Plume." It was like
Yeah,
you're missing
Indian
the boat,
Joe.
man. Yeah, it was
Indian
great.
Joe Big Plume.
And then the video came up, right? And all the kids started watching. It was great. I really
Yeah.
liked the event. I hope it expands and expands. But I was fortunate. I got to watch him play when I was
In
like
real life.
when I was like 13 years old. He would play my dad, actually, at the old town billiards in downtown Calgary, across from the Y on 6th Avenue. And I fortunately got to play him. I got pummeled by him for the most part, I have to tell you. I think
Oh.
my career record would have been about 3-27.
Wow. What a great experience, though.
It was fun. I learned a lot. I really learned a lot. Kevin Plowman, yeah, I got you for 20. Seasoned. That's nice, Plowman. That's nice.
Experience. Sorry, guys. It's
Wow.
deep in conversation here. We have updated those scores. It is 2-2 for Russ and Steven and 2 for Vargas over here on the left.
Yeah, Russ and Steven so far have been trading blows.
Yeah, Billy's had the privilege to play with a lot of icons. You know, the Bernie Mickelsons and the Joe Big Plumes of the Calgary area here. We're so blessed with a great pool community and such strong players. And Billy's got to play with the best of them.
Yes, people out there, I have been pummeled by the best players in Western Canada. Proud to say it, proud to say it.
But you know what? At the end
I
of the
beat
day,
it-
that's what makes you so great.
I beat a couple myself, but I'm telling you, I got it handed to me. You got to remember, we played snooker in those days, and if you were not as good as the player that you were playing, more often than not, you lost. It was a much more difficult game for the underdog to win, right? It was. Truthfully,
But you gotta pay
that
your
was the
dues.
difference.
You got to pay your dues. That's
Yeah.
the only way you get better. And that's, I think, honestly, the reason why you're such an established player.
I paid some dues, for sure,
Well, nobody likes to lose.
for sure. No.
But you got to pay your dues.
Yeah, but you get that beat out of you pretty quick, right? You do, because they were ruthless back then. They just handed it to you, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you grew out of that. You knew that losing was something that was just going to happen, and you had to get better to prevent it from happening more.
Right.
You know, you did. That was the difference, right? It was fun. Don't get me wrong.
Well, and you got a million stories to talk about.
I got a million stories. There's no question.
We love to hear them.
Actually, since that post, I've been running them through the memory banks, and I've found myself on a couple of occasions. Don't tell my psychiatrist this, but talking to myself and just talking to myself, telling myself a story that I remembered. Yeah, it's kind of
So,
funny.
Somebody recently posted on our local Calgary pool page asking a question about the history of pool in Calgary. And Bill Thompson has come up with a ton of great stories that are amazing to hear.
Ian McCantis, table 9. Ian to table 9. Machanis, Ian, table 9.
Machine
Free,
gun.
if you're in the building, come see us at the front desk. Steve Free.
Bob, I have to tell you,
Steve's right
I
here.
am not familiar with Machine Gun Lou. There might be a story or two for you to tell me about that. I'm always looking to add to the collections.
What area is he from?
I don't know.
Machine Gun Lou.
I don't know, right?
That is a great nickname, though.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Sounds like maybe
I
a
was
like
thinking,
a speed pool player, maybe.
I don't know, but I was thinking maybe it was Luke Salvis. Maybe it was not. Maybe the name wasn't right. I'm not sure. But maybe
Possibly.
there is Machine Gun Lou. But
Maybe.
Luke Salvis is. I'm pretty sure That was one of his nicknames as well. And that guy played at the speed of light. You didn't have to worry about running over if you had one of his matches. And if you got him and like a Frenchie Boutin together, they could play a race to 9, go 9-7 or 9-8 in 31 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
They would just play 2-minute games all night long,
Oh,
man.
Lou Butera.
Oh, Lou Butera. Oh, we're talking Hall of Fame here. Lou Butera. Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think
I had no
a
idea
gift.
that his name was Machine Gun. My apologies.
It's a gift to play these players.
I got to play John Jorgensen and Joe Big Plume and Jeff White, and believe it or not, Craig Carey was a monster snooker player back in the day in Calgary. Louis Gombach, as we watch Danny Gombach playing 2 tables over, Louis Gombach is the guy who dragged me kicking and screaming into the follow game. Oh yeah, kicking.
I
was
didn't know
like,
Daddy's dad played.
oh, Daddy's dad. We used to call him Pac-Man, Louis Gombach, because if you left him a shot on the snooker table and there was a pack of balls there, he would diagnose and analyze, and he would figure out where he could smash the pack to make a ball go into that pocket or into that pocket. Or
Oh, wow.
Yes, he was amazing. We called him Pac-Man. Louis, one of the biggest influences in my game when I played snooker was definitely Louis Gombach. I knew Danny Gombach since he was about 8 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. And now I watch him play, and I'll tell you what, he's tough. He's tough just like his old man was tough. Absolutely.
Well, it looks like it's 3-0 for Eric over on the left.
Yeah, he got out the last couple fairly easily. It looks like he's definitely
Steven
in
is,
kind of mid-season mid-season form.
Steven is picking apart low balls on the right. I don't know, from where I'm sitting, it looks like that 2-5 kind of needs a little bit of a bump
Yeah,
to get
see,
on those, but I'm kind of looking eye level with the table here.
I think the 5 ball probably goes. We're going to find out right away here. Okay, none of them went because he went into it, right? And he hit it good.
It's perfect.
Gave himself the shot to the side. All right, leaves himself a little inside angle. Either comes around the ball or stays on the same side. I don't know what his preference is. We'll find out right away here. Right. Just draw straight back.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Russ
yeah.
gives it to him.
Sure. You always want to go the way where no matter how you hit it, you have a pocket. You want to go to where you have at least 2 pockets. You do that, most of the time the guy will just give it to you.
Oh, did you want tickets? Make sure you grab some tickets from Grant.
I need 20 tickets for Kevin Plowman, and what's the deal? 20?
10 tickets for $20.
10 tickets for $20, so I'll take 10 tickets as well. All right, and you decide which is the first 10 that I get and which is the second 10 that he gets. And then we'll tell him it was the opposite. Oh, am I still on the air? Hang on. All right.
Lyrics for you, Billy.
All right.
Player pipes
I believe Kevin Plowman still wants 10 tickets. He better, or else I just bought 20.
Little bit of a messy break here for Russ on the right.
Next month.
Either which way he goes, high or low, he's going to have to work out a couple of issues.
Well, if that's the deuce, then he needs to get himself in position to play from the 6 into the off the bottom rail into the deuce to hit the deuce 15 into the 8 to open it up. I think I would try and play on the combo over there, right where he's looking, so that you can come off the bottom rail, right? And then
4-3,
you
yeah.
still have more things to play. So you're going to shoot one ball right now to try and get into that position, right? If you can. If you can't, you might have to use 2 balls to get into that position. But that's the key position in the rack.
But get on it early.
Right? If you can, yeah, if you can, you want to get right to where he is on that line. Because then you just simply play the combo and you have shape from the combo ball while you play your breakout. You have to, I mean, and your target zone is, half ball behind the deuce. Right? And then, with medium speed, and you get things moving. And you see how it goes. And if that doesn't work, you go to plan B.
Start swinging for the fences.
And it's the truth. It so is. It's so the truth. All right. Do you have a pen? So I can put Kevin's. All right, KP. KP.
Leland, I probably shouldn't be answering any league questions right now, but I will tell you that Monday would be a good day to swing by the office.
Tell us a town story. Oh. So he got into position. Let's see how good he hits this. Oh, a little bit inside.
Not bad.
And
Does he have the angle on the 6 to try again? He looks pretty straight on that 6 ball.
yeah, he might be a little bit high on it. Not much though. He's a little bit high on it, but I don't know if he can come underneath off 2 rails or if you just cinch the ball and play a safety. Just play a lockdown safety here and make him kick you safe. You know what I mean? Right? Just go forward off that and just, weld him right to the back of the 4 ball.
Yeah.
All right? You get a chance to break one of your balls open and hopefully you can put him at a big disadvantage situation. Steven's got a lot of work to do even if Russ doesn't accomplish this. But he decided to go.
Oh.
And he's still maybe in weld position, right? I think you really had to blow that up to get everything to move.
That was a good effort, though.
It was a good effort. You always know Russ is going to put a good stroke on it. Puts a good stroke on everything, sometimes too good.
Sometimes too good.
Looks like that one might have peaked out. I'm not sure. Well, Warren, I'll tell you what, you were hitting the middle of the pocket if you beat Jeff White the first time you looked at him. You beat him 4 straight? Yeah, absolutely. That's a good piece of work. Because not too many guys ever beat Jeff 4 straight, let me tell you.
Bob, the gentleman talking is Bill Thompson. He is one of the very established players here in the Calgary area. A wealth of knowledge and a great pool player himself.
All right, that's the opening Garvey was looking for in this rack.
Yep.
Well, it's half an opening. You know, he hasn't had too much to look at.
He wants to just get on the board here. He doesn't want to get skunked.
Of course. Well, you got to win the first one before you can win the second one,
That's right.
right? At this level, it just takes you steal a break, you run your own out, and then you steal a break, or your opponent comes up dry, and a 3-game deficit is now you're even, right?
It's the ability
Now
to
you're s-
capitalize. You just got to capitalize on any mistake or any dry break.
You know you got to go. It's no big secret. You have to hit the balls pretty good if you're going to be successful in
Last call.
any of these tournaments in Western Canada, or probably any of this level tournament anywhere.
Yeah, at this caliber for sure.
You know, you got to play good. If you can't play bad and go far.
Hot 770, 385 to the winner.
Oh,
345 to
345.
770, you said?
No,
335
that's not right.
or 385.
385.
385 to the
Yeah.
winner of the 50-50, guys.
We have not done the draw. As soon as one of these matches are done, we'll get the draw done.
So as soon as one of these matches are done on the stream, we'll do the draw online here for you guys. So that's going to be coming up. Ben has just started his match on the table behind Eric and Garvey.
Is that against Gary Kirkland?
It is. He's playing Gary Kirkland.
Oh, well, see, now there's an older established player we could
Gary
discuss.
Kirkland. Yeah, Mr.
Let me tell
Kirkland is
you.
actually getting inducted into the Hall of Fame in VNEA
As he should.
this year.
As
so,
he should, really.
Yeah.
The guy's been on, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what the, but he's been on a few World and North American Championship
A
teams,
few
as
dream
well
teams.
as well as Canadian Championships and Western Canadian Championships and provincials. Yes, Sean, they do. And the fact that you're standing here means that security is napping. Really. Say hi to everybody in Red Deer.
Hey guys.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We're live everywhere right now, I guess.
I think that's Ben and Gary's first rack. So I'll try and keep you updated on that game too as it gets along there.
Is there not another score set? Is there not one more?
No.
Oh,
just
that's
the
too
two.
bad. All right, we'll have to tell Danny to be flashing us the score every once in a while.
Danny must have lost because Joe is playing Clint Bearspaw over there. That was a B-side match, so.
All right, yes, that would be the continuation, right? Yeah.
Another 8-ball for Eric
Yeah, Garvey's had a rough go of it.
in the side pocket.
Yeah.
It's 4 for Eric.
You shut out Finstad? Really? Wow. I'll tell you what, that guy could pot like nobody's business. It was unbelievable. You had to really punish him for his mistakes, otherwise you were in tough against him because he could just pot so well. Tom Finstad was an amazing potter. Amazing potter. Alberta at that time in snooker was so tough. There was so many guys who could play. So many guys who could just destroy you or century you out. It was a nightmare, and Finstad was considered amongst the best of those guys. The Edmonton-Calgary thing was always great.
Yeah.
It was always great, man. It was.
That thing will be around for
Oh,
till the end of time.
it was always great. I used to have the old veterans tell me war stories from the 40s and the 50s.
Yeah.
When I was playing in the 80s and 90s, and they would tell me some of those stories. They were amazing stories, funny stories, and You know, a couple of tragic ones and lots of money changing hands and
Of course.
you know,
Lots of
yeah,
action, I would
action
imagine.
all over the place. Ridiculous action. Ridiculous action.
That was another one for Steven over here.
Yeah, Russ got himself in jail, and it's just when you have a
That
player
chew
of
ball,
caliber.
that we were talking about at the very beginning of the rack. Just
Yeah.
couldn't get it out of there.
Yeah, in hindsight, Russ probably wishes he hit that about 5 mile an hour harder just to blow it up and see what happens, right? But you
Yep.
always feel like you have to shoot that ball with control and not come out of your shoes to hit it. You know what I mean? And it's amazing how it does get stuck in there sometimes.
You
Because
just
you
hit it
think,
too good. Hit it
yeah,
too square and it just jams up.
yeah.
We've all been there. Sometimes you just got to hit it and cross your fingers.
Absolutely. Oh, that ball was in and got kicked. I didn't see what happened to the rest of them. Russ is out of his chair though, and it's ugly to the right-hand side of the table.
We're just going to play on the right-hand side of the table.
And on Eric's table, up until that shot, it was ugly on the left-hand side of the table.
Maybe the
Nice.
floor's tilted.
Yeah, in the middle, in the
Yeah,
middle
in the
row
middle.
here, really?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe. Curling rinks are usually fairly level.
Yeah, so the Acadia Rec Center here is typically a curling arena. So they've taken out all the ice. We're on concrete floor. It's a nice big open space.
Yeah, it is a nice big open space.
But I think they've got 56 tables in this room.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Is there any way we can get them to turn up the lights?
No, we asked them last year, and apparently if they turn up the lights, it gets too hot. It starts melting the ice. They're that industrial. So.
It is interesting with the pattern of lights on top of the balls. I don't know, you probably can't see it on your monitors, but because of the way the lighting is, it's like there's stars on the
They're kind of
on the upper equator, the upper hemisphere of the balls. And actually, you can use that. I got taught this by an old punter way back in the day. That you can pick one of those dots on the ball, and that's where you want to hit to make the ball. That's where you want the center of your cue ball to hit. You want it to hit that spot. So you just pick a spot on the ball, right? It works perfectly when you have the 3 light system over top of a table that's perfectly squared.
Yeah.
If it's perfectly squared to the table, it works beautiful.
I'll have to look
you
at
can
that.
you can just play off the lights, and you don't have to look at the angles of anything. You can just play off the lights.
Wow.
Right? But this was an older gentleman who was fairly instrumental in my early learning, and he used to play off the lights. He was 80 years old, and I was 20.
Wow.
Yes, his name was Bill McDermott, and he used to come in and do the tips at Town Billiards way back in the day. He was an ornery old codger, but he liked me
What a
for
great
some
tip.
reason, right? And he couldn't see. And I said, well, how do you aim? He says, well, mostly it's from memory. He says, but the rest of it, he says, is with the lights, right? And he had a little Scottish accent, and it
Unreal.
was just, and I just remembered it. And every once in a while, as my eyesight has gotten worse over the course of time, I use some
using
of
that
the
tip?
little. Sometimes I will use that if I
Wow.
find that the situations are right to use the lights like that. Absolutely, it gives me an absolute perfect spot to aim at. I can see that spot, no problem.
Wow.
Right?
I just heard a bunch of yelling over here. Eric must have made some sort of ridiculous shot.
I'm
or
sorry, I missed it.
It's right here on the replay. Watch this here.
I was watching Russ.
This is the shot here that they're screaming at.
So he's shooting the.
9 ball? Looks like.
Oh, he cuts it back. Oh, he double kisses it back in. I'd like to see that again. Because no, I'm sure, because the cue ball never made it to that rail. It went off that rail, this rail, and stopped and went back. Yeah, it never made it to the 3rd rail on the right-hand side. Well, that's quite the impressive little cut there, Mr. Vargas.
So Dave says he was shown that lighting tip at a camp job in Grand Prairie, 1972. It does work.
Oh, absolutely, it works.
And this is Dave. He actually watches from the Philippines.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Old Bill McDermott did hang around Haysboro. Absolutely, he did. Him and I used to play. We used to play snooker one day and English billiards the next, because he would come in every day and have a coffee and a toast and do a little work on whatever house cues needed work
That
done
sounds
on
very
that day.
European.
And-
Very European.
And that's what he did, right? And I was just getting my teeth into any part of the game, and he started showing me some stuff. And eventually, I ended up playing him a 2 out of 3 snooker for $2, or we would play English billiards, and he would play 7 no count, meaning the first 7 points he scored on a turn he wouldn't count, and then he would count the rest, and we would race to 101 for $2. And every day for about 2 years, I gave him $2. No, it's the truth. It's the God's honest truth, right? Until finally one day, he didn't want to play snooker with me anymore. I had put in the time and the effort, and I had caught him and probably passed him, right?
Yeah.
And but we still played billiards for years. He was the guy who I ran my first billiard century. I only had a couple or 3 of them. I think it may be 3. And he was the first one, and he was more proud than I was.
Aw.
He was more
That's
proud because
great.
that was the game when he grew up. It was billiards, right?
We are so blessed with great
Yes.
players here. It sounds like it's just kind of always been like that since the beginning of time. Always willing to help out. Our community here is so helpful, and everyone is so friendly.
It is pretty amazing.
It is.
It
You know,
is.
we all kind of help one another, and once you get us all, like everybody's kind of got their own cliques and their own packs that they kind of travel with and whatever. But once
Sure.
you get into the same room, we're all buddies.
Oh, everybody's the same.
It's like one big family. I
Everybody's
love
the
it.
same. Don't roll. All right, Garvey is on the board, folks. On the board. Oh, see, I'm blowing that for the. That's no good. If I say it now, do they
Oh, no.
get it
No.
before?
No, they hear it
They hear it as it
as
goes.
as they're here in real life.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
no, it's all good.
See this newfangled technology.
Yeah, no. The sound is also delayed. So
Oh,
what they
that's
see
horrible.
is delayed by about 30 seconds. Your sound is also delayed by 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It all
that's right.
matches up. It's
That's
like
right.
they're here in real life.
Okay. All right.
Billy's a stream virgin. We're popping his cherry tonight.
Nice. Nice.
He always spectates, but he never commentates. So this is a real treat for us.
Well, see, now Garvey wins the game. He gets to put himself, he's got the break now, right? If you break and run out, you defend your break. Now you put pressure on Eric coming back. If something happens there, Eric stubs his toe, Garvey defends again, and you're back to a 4-4 match. It's so quick. It can happen so fast, just like that, right? Oh, he didn't get one to drop, though.
Uh-oh, dry break.
Oh.
I don't know if he left any. Oh, no. There's the cue ball on the left. I
There's-
thought that cue ball was behind this little pack.
Oh, yeah, no, he's over here.
Arms to the desk.
Well, he's either playing the 11 in off in the side, and then he has 1 ball to break out, or he's going to play the 4 ball down here, and he's still got 1 breakout, but maybe he's got a couple of better angles to get at it. I don't know. Then the 6 is always a little interesting. I think, I might be playing the ball into the side pocket just because I only have 1 ball down table to attack. I can get all the rest of them. All the rest of them go.
Yeah, I think he's looking at low
But
ball.
you got to get to the 6, and you got to get maybe the 5 goes in off the 3, or the 3 goes in off the 5. Either way, that works, right? That's a possibility for just not even having to bother moving them. All right. Oh, he's got angle.
Sure does.
Yes, he's got angle. Russ is working the rack over here. He knows he's got to hit a good one. Hey, he gaffed himself the last 2, I think. Right? It didn't sound very good, Stephen. I think he's got to make sure. He can't give you another one. Right? Oh, hang on. He set that in good. I'm not sure if he's happy or not. Anybody got a count on the hat adjustments?
Yeah, George, I'm not too sure if they're going to finish it out tonight. Let me just check the draw and see what they've got posted here. So on the B side, it looks like they're playing this match, and then they've got another one at 10:30, and then the one after that is at 9 a.m. So it looks like they're playing 2 more rounds tonight. This one and 1 more round. So we should be finishing up about midnight tonight, and they'll continue tomorrow morning. So B side will play tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., 10:30. And the A side final will play at noon. And the final at 1:30. So it looks like they're just going to do 1 more round after this match here, and then they're calling it quits for tonight. Hi, Philip. Thanks for tuning in. Did you lose something?
I'll be back in a sec.
If you guys could just take a quick second and share the stream for me, that would be great. Grant is just talking to one of the snooker guys that is here from Snooker Canada. And then he is packing up and trying to get out of here early. He wanted to go home and get some sleep tonight. The hours are kind of getting to him now, and he's got to be here first thing tomorrow morning again. So we planned to do a little trade-off. I brought the kids. He was just going to finish up a couple of things and take the kids home and hit the sack himself. But as per usual, he gets to talking, and now he's missing it, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and he's still here. So 5-3, Russ is trying to keep it tight over here. And it sounds like we're going to be doing that 50-50 draw here right away too, guys. It's $385 to the winner tonight. Steven's just going to take a quick break. Going to go to the washroom. So while he's doing that, we'll just flip over to this screen here. Garvey's at the table trying to get another tick on the board. Hey Eric, sup? So it sounds like my partner in crime here, Billy, has misplaced his phone, so he's just trying to relocate that while his steps are fresh.
Kuhn Dow, table 38. Kuhn Dow, table 38.
Looks like Garvey's on his way to another tick. That 9 ball goes in any of those corner pockets. Any update on Ben? I don't have an update on Ben. I've been preoccupied with these matches here and listening to Billy's stories. I will get an update for you. Can you go see what Ben's score is? I'll check on that right now, guys. Well, I won't. I'm sending a minion to go scope it out. I will tell you shortly. Oh, Garvey didn't get out there. I missed it. What happened? Oh, he left himself bad on that 14 ball. Oh, Ben is well on his way on that match over there. It is actually probably almost over. Those racks have been going quick. Ben must be on fire. It's 5-0 for Ben on that table. Okay, so Eric gets another one on that one. So Eric is at 5. Garvey is going to take a quick little break, so we will flip over to this table here because Steven is back. Danny is Stephanie on the mic tonight. Grant is in the room. He's just finishing up a couple of conversations. As soon as one of these tables are done here, we're going to do the 50-50 draw, which is at about 385, I think Grant said. 385 to the winner of the 50-50. So that will be coming up. That 14 ball just wiped its feet a little bit. Gotta love valleys. Gives him that 8 ball too. These racks are going fast, guys. So it looks like both tables are racking right now. So I'm going to take this opportunity really quick just to flash up our queue draw that we've got going on here. This is the custom Mickelson queue. 56 tickets max at $50 Canadian a piece. Beautiful queue, guys. This is the bird's eye maple with the ebony. This is wrapless. Tulip wood and elkhorn on the joint and the butt cap. Comes with a 0 deflection shaft. And you know the drill. Just e-transfer your money to qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal. paypal.me/QSportsLive. I believe we are under 20 tickets left on that Q draw. So as soon as that one's done, I believe we have something else to raffle after that. So hoping we can get through this draw real quick and get back onto something else right away.
Rod Newfield, table 7. Rob Newfeld, table 7.
Philip, think about doing stream Calcuttas. We would love to do such a thing. However, gambling and Calcuttas are very frowned upon here in the province of Alberta. Alberta Gaming does not like Calcuttas or gambling of any sort. So we play for buttons. We play for buttons here. And our players meetings would never consist of anything like that. We would never think of doing that. Yeah, the as much as the action is very alive here in Calgary, Alberta Gaming frowns very badly on doing that sort of thing. So we don't do that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Steven is the tender age of 22 years old. He has his whole life ahead of him. Very accomplished player for 22. He has, I can probably count on one hand how many titles he's lost over the last year. Also, sorry guys, if you are trying to send money for the Q raffle, in Canada here we are able to e-transfer money through the banks. So if you're in Canada, you can use the Gmail option or the email option. Just e-transfer to qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're in the States, you can use PayPal, and you can either use that same email address or directly through PayPal at paypal.me/QSportsLive. And it's $50 Canadian, guys. Ben Francis is 28. They both shoot awesome. Very accomplished players for their age. Super nice guys. very approachable. And it looks like Ben just got another game over there. So I think it's he's either at 6-0 or 6-1, I believe. Yeah, Mike, so if you're trying to send through PayPal, PayPal does give you the option to send in Canadian funds. I believe it ends up being, they'll do the conversion for you. I think it's like something like $41. Yes, and Russ does have 4 guys, sorry. Sleeping at the wheel here. It is 6-4 for Steven over Russ. And it is correct. It is 5-1 for Eric over Garvey. 50-50 is going to go on tonight. We're just waiting for one of these matches to finish up here, and then they'll do the draw live on the stream for you guys. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be $385 to the winner.
So what's been going on?
Billy's back. I don't know if he found his phone or not.
No, never found my phone.
So he's hoping he just left it at home.
Pretty sure I left it at home.
I saw panic mode set in for a second there though. So
Yeah, you have one
I
of
think
them.
he's talked himself into leaving it at home.
I'm gonna say that's where it is.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, hi Patrick. How are you?
Sorry.
I'm Grant's wife. I'm usually on the stream as well.
You're coming to me?
Yeah. Danny, if you send your money right now, I'll get those tickets out to you. But I did do last call. But since there's a couple racks left here on the stream, and Grant's not here yet, we'll get those tickets to you if you send it right now. 1 for 5, 3 for 10, 10 for 20, or 50 for 50. Look at all these guys are offering to call your phone for you. Oh, and just before you left.
Just before I left.
Just before you left. George Willem was asking if you ever played Lauren Carr's in downtown Calgary.
Ursula, I gotta say, I don't recognize the name, but if you maybe knew the name of the establishment, possibly, but that's just not a name that triggers the memory bank right now.
See the look on Russ's face here. It looks like he's got a bit of a predicament. What's happening here?
Even when Russ runs really good racks perfectly, he always looks like he's not loving what he's doing. It's actually kind of interesting because he hits the ball really, really good and he gets out most of the time, but he never seems happy with where he is. Never seems happy. I think he's probably all right here too. There's another cap tilt for anybody who's keeping track. I'm pretty sure we're way over the number that I had established as the over-under.
That should be pretty good. 2 rails for that 5. I believe that 5 goes in the top right corner there.
Well, his shape would suggest that, I guess. Could be going into it.
Here. 1.
You know right away. Oh yeah.
And only perfect.
Only very close to perfect, and he's not gonna like it. I'm sorry.
It's very particular.
Oh,
Oh,
see, that's
he ended up, I think, very close, if not welded to the back of that 8 ball.
I don't think 20 for 50 is the deal.
I got you, Danny. We'll send you those 10 tickets right away here. Oh, there's George here.
Yeah. There's a hall in the basement at a building downtown at 7th or 8th Avenue.
Money shot. Nice kick.
Even when he hates it, he gets out. And now he's got a chance to force the hill. If you think about it, that's probably about a top 10 shot.
That was a really nice
I
shot.
mean, that saves your life. You're dead there. If you don't make that ball, you're absolutely
Yeah.
dead. And he just got up like he liked it and stroked it in.
Yeah, well, he knows if Steven sees a table, he's done.
Oh, no, done.
So.
One way or the other, whether he gets out on the first trip or the last trip, right?
Good night, Dwayne. We'll be back first thing in the morning for the rest of the 8-ball singles. So make sure you tune in. Just tilt your monitor away from your boss. It'll be all the finals tomorrow. I believe B-side is going to start at 9. They'll have a second match at 10:30. A-side semifinal will be at noon, and A-side final at 1:30. So lots of great pool to watch tomorrow. And then will be the beginning of teams. Help yourself.
Russ makes a ball. Absolutely in it to the end now. Eric looking to close things out. Everything's got a home. I think he'll probably be all right here.
16 to 20 snooker tables.
Yeah, I know.
Know what place that would be.
I was
That would have been
thinking-
a huge place.
Well, and downstairs, right? That's the only thing that's got me. I'm not sure downstairs. I know that there was one on 6th that had about 18 snooker tables, and there was Town Billiards was on, the old Town Billiards was on 6th Avenue, and it had about 14 tables. In the basement, I'm not sure. Ben Francis finishes off Gary Kirkland. I believe the final there was 6-1 or 7-1. And it looks like Eric with this 8-ball is gonna end this
Clinch
match
it.
7-1.
7-1.
All of a sudden we have a plethora of empty tables. Come on, tournament organizers, get some matches going.
I believe there's going to be one more round after this. Match at 10:30.
Oh, that's good.
One more.
Well, Russ taking his time, taking a good look here. Doesn't want this to be his last approach in this match, so
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We would not even be close to being successful if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. All of your support. Oh. A little thin, he says.
Yeah, it's not bad though. He's got pretty good angle to stay away from everything. Can get himself on the 11 properly maybe. Can get himself on the 10. You'd be looking to get on the 11, the 10 to break out the 9. That is the 9 down there, isn't it? Yeah, I believe so. I'm not sure from this angle if he can just play shape on that ball or not.
It is late. It is a school night.
Steve Portalance to the tournament desk. Steve Portalance to the tournament desk.
You know what? I don't know who we're going to get to draw the 50-50. We'll
I
we'll
don't
think of something
think
here.
he's going to like this position. He's going to have to be at his creative best here, folks.
We're doing the 50-50 draw a little bit early tonight, Danny, because Grant was trying to get out of here early tonight. We had planned a child pass-off that didn't really come to fruition. He called me and said, bring the kids here. You can take over for me, and I'll take the kids home early so I can get some sleep. I'm so tired. And it's 10:15, and he's still here. So the pass-off didn't really work according to plan. Thanks, Plowman. Well, like I keep saying over and over and over in the stream, we're so blessed with a great pool community here. We have so much knowledge, so many people with so many stories and mindset and how they work the tables. It's just, this is the reason why the stream is so successful, is because, you know, whoever's sitting on the stream, whether it's, you know, Steven or Ben or Grant, you know, they'll talk you through the patterns that they see. Not every pattern is going to be the same. People work through tables differently. So the more experience we get to fill in, the better for all the viewers. This is how we learn. I know that just since the stream has been going over the last couple of years, I've become a better player because I can see the patterns a little bit better. So. And Billy's just one of those guys that probably sees 13 different patterns on a table, like, immediately. So to hear his input is very valuable to anybody willing to listen.
They get him, Sam. They get him.
Danny, those tickets should be on in your inbox.
What do you do with those? Just snap a picture and send them to him? Nice. Nice. They don't get you for interprovincial banking or trade or anything like that? No? They don't get you for any of that?
Inch, maybe?
Nice. Nice. Oh, before it was illegal. It's okay to admit to it now.
It's always all about Grant, Danny.
I like running
So
down
they just
too.
called Mike Wasley, one of the refs here, to just watch this shot. It's pretty tight.
Yeah, I like cutting the 9 up into the corner. I really do.
Yeah.
You get to put a nice smooth stroke on it.
And Russ is good at
Excuse me.
that.
Well, yeah.
Russ has got a
I
really
mean,
great stroke.
yeah, he's built for it, right? And I mean, there's no executing the perfect anything here. You're just looking to hit this ball, right? You're looking to stroke this ball in, and you will take pretty much any contact you get off the 1, the 7, eventually the 4. Who knows how many things you're going to bounce off of. Unless he thinks he can get through and do some damage with this 11. Because if he thinks that's the case, then that's, you tuck yourself in and you go.
I like the cut on the 9 ball.
I don't mind him jumping.
Every player's got their strengths, right? I'd much rather cut a ball than jump. But, I mean, these guys can jump like butter.
I knew he was going to get up one more time. Hang on. Oh, I wish I could reach. Oh, will it? Oh, I'm too late. Well, he still needs a rub.
He did get up and over it.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
tight.
Sleep at the wheel, folks. I should have walked over there and taken a good look. I could have given you at least my view on it instead of guessing off the monitor. I think he faked them out there. I don't think he's really going to play safe.
No?
No. I mean, he might. He might, but I don't think so. I think he's popping the 6 ball in the corner and finishing this. It would be easy to be wrong, but that's what I think. And of course I'm wrong. See how that works? He didn't hook him though. Russ gets another chance. Oh, Russ is very happy with the way this has turned out.
No, I think that 11 cuts to the side.
Oh, yeah.
I guess not.
Well, it definitely would cut. There's no question about that. He hit the
undercut it?
ball. Yeah, he hit half, 3/4 of the ball, right? So there's no question. But I don't think cueing over the deuce like that he had any control at all over his cue ball. And you might as well try and live to fight another day. He tried to hook him once already here and missed. Maybe he misses the second time. I don't know. Maybe.
That's
Looks like there's a lot of marks. Looks like there's a lot of marks on that cue ball. That cue ball does not look very white to me. On the delay, yeah. Right.
Hey Sharon, yeah, it's tough hours, this gig. No, Ryan's oh. Did that 9 ball move? Yeah, between going to the day jobs and momming throughout the day and doing all the driving around and coming to do this either all day or all night, split shifts. It's tough. That's why I kind of came early tonight, because Grant was begging me to do the child pass off so that he could take them home and go to bed early, and he is still here. Just going to wait for this match to finish. We're going to draw that 50-50. The pot now, guys, is $3.95. $3.95 to the winner. So we'll do that as soon as this match is over. That is a Molinari glove that Steven has on. He's got a red and a blue one. I think Steven sees the exit here.
Yes, he's heading for the door. This is the last A side.
No, there's
They're
one
going to
more.
play the A side final. This is the A side semi, isn't it? No, that's what I meant.
9.
Look at
They're
that.
playing one more.
That ball rocked back too.
Yes, so this will be one more match on the A side. It's going to be the winner of this match versus, I think that is Eric Vargas. So Eric is waiting for the winner of this match here to play
yeah.
at 10:30, so in about 10 minutes. And
Really?
looks like it's Steven. So Eric versus Steven.
Wow. Well, folks, it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a pause here. I think they're going to do the 50-50 draw. And then I don't think there's very much time until the next set of matches starts.
Yeah, no, another 8 minutes. 10:30 is slated for, so that was
Well,
good timing.
That's not bad. That's not bad, but they'll be on pool player time, so it'll be a little slower than that.
So, guys, we're just going to do the 50-50 here. Grant's got my boys. I'm going to let the boys draw the winning ticket. Grant's got our boys there. They're going to draw the winning 50-50 ticket. Super nervous. He's super nervous.
They are nervous.
Little
That's funny.
Dylan, he's 5 years old, holding onto the bucket.
For all he's worth,
And
he's squeezing it.
Yeah, and Brandon is drawing the lucky ticket. He is 8. This is the ticket. 375847.
375847.
Somebody can type that in for me. That would be great.
375.
Higher. Back up.
847.
375847.
You're
See you, babe. You gotta go back.
you're gonna see some caps on the old screen because 375847. That's Kevin Plowman.
It's, oh my God, Kevin Plowman.
Kevin Plowman won the 50-50 for.
Oh my goodness.
There was a latecomer for $10.
Mine went up to 844.
It is Plowman.
KP.
Oh my goodness. Kevin Plowman, don't you ever buy tickets when you are here attending a tournament. You always get somebody else to buy your tickets for you. That's the only way you win, apparently. He did the exact same thing in Niagara. He got PJ to buy his tickets, and he won $800.
It's not mine, but thank you.
Wow.
I bought them for a friend. Yeah,
Plowman.
that's pretty good, eh?
Kevin, you should be splitting with Bill.
Wow, he says. Splitting nothing. Collected and confiscated.
yeah, guys.
Yeah.
Not a figment
Yeah,
of your
it's right there,
imagination.
man.
Those were my boys on the screen. Brandon and Dylan.
Take a picture. Well, that's awesome. So you'll be here, what, in like 3 minutes, Kev? $395, buddy.
$3.95, Kev. So, yeah. Don't ever physically buy your own tickets. You need to stay at home, watch the stream, and ask somebody who is sitting with you to buy your tickets for you, or who is sitting on the stream to buy your tickets for you.
Nice.
It's exactly what happened in Niagara. PJ was commentating with me. Asked PJ to buy him his tickets, and PJ did.
I think you might have to tip out Steph. She's your lucky charm.
And he won an $800 pot
Nice.
from Niagara.
That's great. That's great. All right, so what time is it? It is almost 10:30.
Oh, I don't know if anybody wins as much as you do, Jim. He's Plowman's on 2. Okay, guys, we're just going to go for a quick washroom break, freshen up. The next matches will be in 5 minutes, so stay tuned. We're just going to leave the stream running, so this is going to be the last match of the night coming up. Plowman. Give Bill his 20, give me 150, and he would like the rest to go to Barry Huey. That's great, Plowman. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kevin Plowman. We will definitely do that for you. Thanks, Kev. Stand up, guy.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay, guys, here we go. First rack, Steven and Eric. This is the A-side semifinal. A-side final. One moment, please. Let me check that. This is the A-side final. Eric and Steven. On the other table here, we have Ben Francis and Garvey Yee. And that is one of the B-side semifinals. Sorry, B-side quarterfinal. This is for 5th, 6th place on the other table. The other match that is happening is Joe Spence and Russ Whittle. And they're just playing over to the left a couple of tables. So this, we will go to the split screen. You can see both games. Eric's at the table here looking to get the first win. Looking promising. Oh, no, sorry, they have not started. Sorry, I'm just looking around and Steven is not here yet, so he's just hitting some balls. But Ben and Garvey have started, so let's go to this table here. Sorry, guys. Sleeping at the wheel a little bit. Just walked in and saw them both hitting balls. Steven is here now, so they're going to get underway here pretty quick. All 4 of these guys play great. Ben got really close to his work there. I don't know if he likes it. Calling the bank on the 14. Just a little bit wide. Yeah, Phil, it's been a long week already. This is day 2. This is day 2 of the tournament, and the days are long. We're here about 8 o'clock in the morning. Matches start at 9, go till about midnight, so they are about 15-hour days for the players and for us. Okay, guys, so Eric and Steven just flipped. And it looks like Steven won the toss here. So they're just going to get up and start racking on their match. Yeah, the boys got some new apparel. They're looking pretty spiffy. They got a few new, couple of different shirts. I think each one of them has three shirts. I think Ben's up to 5. He was the first sponsored player. He's looking to draw first blood here. And he does. Ben gets the first game on this rack. And just while these guys are getting underway, guys, I'm just going to flash up the cue draw. There's under 20 tickets left. I'm not exactly sure how many, but I believe there are about 18 tickets left on this cue draw. So this is the custom Mickelson cue, 56 max, $50 Canadian per ticket. This is the bird's eye maple, the ebony, tulip wood, elkhorn in the joint and the butt cap. It is wrapless, and it comes with one of the Extreme One zero deflection shafts. So if you're interested in a ticket there, send your money to qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal. PayPal.me/qsportslive. We will take a picture of your ticket and send it off to you.
Can I see that again, please? I'm sorry, I just sat down. Oh, here it is, right in front of me. No, it's okay.
Show you on the big screen.
It's all right. What's he got here? Bird's eye maple, ebony, tulip wood, and elkhorn. Nice.
That's it's a really good looking
Extreme
cue.
One. Well, let me tell you, I like this guy's work. I play with one of his cues. I worked for him for about 4 years as a cue maker. I love the elkhorn. As an
Bernie's
apprentice
work is
cue
always
maker.
impeccable.
Apprentice cue maker. Let me clarify that. Yeah, I like his work. That looks like pretty decent work. I like the combination of woods he's got in there. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
the last 3 cues we raffled, I think, or the last 2 cues we raffled were Mickelson's.
Were they?
Yeah.
Did the people take them or did they take the buyout?
No, they took them.
They took them?
Yeah.
That means there's 2 more really nice Mickelsons out there. That's
Yeah.
no, that's good.
They've all been really beautiful. I
That's
think
good.
my favorite one of the last, sorry, we did raffle 3 of them. This is the 3rd one. And my favorite one, I think, was the 2nd one that we just raffled.
Oh, the last one?
Yeah, it
The
was
last one
really
was a
nice.
nice looking cue. That's the one that came with 3 shafts
Yeah.
Right?
The stacked leather
with
wrap.
the stack leather wraps, yeah.
That was
No,
really
I
nice.
like that one too, for sure. Yeah, Bernie, he makes a different hitting cue than lots of other guys do. As an ex-snooker player, he's looking for a slightly different hit and a slightly different taper than what the North American, 8 and 9 ball cue makers do. Bernie's just slightly different. He's got a different take on it. Not everybody likes the really thin butt, right? Because all of his cues have thin butts,
Yeah.
right? They do.
You know what? And I
He-
actually quite like that. My last custom cue was a Lockhart, and I love that cue.
Sure. Jason made nice cues.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Absolutely. I
I
played
still
with a
have it.
couple of really nice Lockharts, actually.
Yeah.
Not that I owned, but that I got a chance to hit with.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
love it. I love the look of it. I love the way it shoots. I didn't have the heart to get rid of it, so it's at home. My backup.
Your backup is a Lockhart.
Yeah.
Nice. That's not so bad.
No, Grant ended up buying me a really nice Icon Predator, and that's what I've been shooting with for the last few years. Just used to it now, but I still just don't have the heart to get rid of my Lockhart.
No, I think you should be keeping that for a while.
Yeah,
I do.
well, I mean, there's not many of them out there.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely a limited quantity at the end of the day, I mean, he's made cues for a number of years, or he made cues for a number of years. Bernie's been making cues now for 20 odd years.
Yeah, he's gotten to be pretty good at it.
I have to tell you, I have not played with the zero deflection shaft of Bernie's. I've played with the low deflections and the hybrids.
Yeah.
I play with a hybrid myself.
Grant really loves it.
Right. I love my hybrid. I got to tell you, because I can make it deflect when I need it to deflect, and I can make it not deflect when I need it to not deflect. That's what I like about it. It's the truth. right? That's just plain English. That's the truth. That's what I like. What I like about it. But yeah, it would be interesting to see how he's manufactured a no deflection or an exceptionally low deflection. Yes. Yeah.
I thought he was angry there.
No, no. Hi, Todd. How you doing? Kevin Plowman? Yeah, a bud and a tequila. You're right, buddy. A bud and a tequila.
He's here licking his chops already. No, Philip. We actually typically don't get paid for this gig.
I'm not getting paid?
No.
Oh.
No. I brought you Timbits. They're over there.
The filter is off. I thought I had to be nice. I thought I was in a lucrative arrangement here. What is going on?
No, the whole purpose of the stream is just to educate people. We do it because we love it. We love the people. We love the game. We love the organizers. We have such a huge following now. The people online are so great. We don't charge the venues or the tournaments. Where we do cover our money is in the 50/50s, the Q raffles, donations, things like that, just to cover some of our expenses. If there is travel required for a tournament, we typically just try and work out some room and meals, some travel allowance. Other than that, we don't ask for any money. So where we cover our expenses is through the raffles and tickets and donations, things like that. So we definitely appreciate you guys. The only reason why we're here at these tournaments is because of the support that we get from the players and the fans. We definitely don't want to be taking any money out of the pot for the players. Just for the love of the game, that's all.
The love of the game.
For the love of the game.
Actually, Kevin, you know what? I played with Wayne Chow's about 6-piece cue that Bernie made him. Remember when he showed me that and I started cracking up. And then he put it together and I hit balls with it. And I have to tell you, I really did like it. It wasn't the setup that was right for me. Like the tip was not the setup for me.
Right.
However, I really did like
The
how
feel of the cue.
Yeah, I did. I liked it. I knew I would like the balance, and I know I like his choices of materials, generally speaking, right? But yeah, I really did like how it hit. So, and it definitely had the extra joint in the shaft. So I guess that's true. I guess I do know what it hits like. I'm going to highly recommend it, actually.
Yeah. And
I am.
for
I'm going to
those
highly
of you
recommend
who
it.
don't know, Wayne Chow bought one of Bernie's kind of prototype when he first started doing this style of a cue. He made Wayne like is it actually a 6-piece?
Oh yeah, I don't know how many pieces it is.
It comes
It looks
apart.
funny.
Yeah, it comes apart in all
com-
these pieces because Wayne was asking for a cue that he could dismantle and put in his suitcase to go to Vegas, so that he could just bring a soft case and he didn't have to worry about bringing a big case or checking it or putting it through the ringer on the airplane. And I've heard nothing but great things about it.
It hits really solid. I remember thinking that when I played with it.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, really solid. So that's not a big surprise, but I did not know. Well, that's good information. That's good information. Oh, Marion, you know what? The best weight for a break cue is the weight of cue that you are able to propel the straightest and the fastest through your target zone, because speed is power. So whatever it is that you can manufacture that maximum hit from is what the weight is from. I have a tendency myself to want something a little longer and a little bit heavier, because I use exclusively a rail bridge, and I like to having come from a snooker table, I like the feel of the longer cue. So that's what I'm looking for in a break cue, but that's not necessarily for everybody. I've seen guys break like monsters with 55-inch long break cues that weighed 17 ounces. So, and it's not the biggest, the fastest, the meanest guys, they can always hit the brake the hardest. Alex Pagulayan weighs about 99 pounds with a pocket full of rocks. And he hits the ball just about as hard as anybody I've ever seen.
He sure does.
Same with Bustamante.
Yep.
He weighs about 105 with a pocket full of rocks.
Right.
You know, all right. But it's about speed. So you have to figure out what it is that you can generate the most speed with, and then you have to practice it until you're sick and tired of practicing it, and then you should probably practice it a little bit more, and then you'll be able to get the most out of your break. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's a misconception that like a lot of players try to go for like the heaviest cue that they can find for a breaker, and I've always kind of, especially as a girl player, 'cause we just don't have that, that bicep to swing it and smash it so hard. But I've always thought it was the speed. The faster that you can swing through, the better the break.
It's absolutely that. It's trying to hit the cue ball heavy. You're trying to hit it with heavy force as fast as you can. Not as powerfully as you can, because if you hit it with all the power you have, you cannot possibly keep it on the table. You can't do it. Right? So you have to hit it it's a learned technique. It really is. O'Marion, I have, funnily enough, I have a 51 or 2-year-old trophy that I am going to outfit to be my 9-ball cue that I presently use as a breaker, and it's 60 and a quarter inches long and weighs 21 ounces. So it's a big piece of machinery, let me tell you, and it breaks like a monster. Absolute monster. I really like them as break cues, but I think I'm gonna like it more as a playing cue.
Yeah, Wenda, I think you're right on there. I think the more speed that you can generate, the better our breaks are. Just like Billy's saying. And Ben is on fire. He's cleaning up these racks like nothing. And I shouldn't say anything because I don't want to.
I heard about some sort of a curse.
Yeah, I don't want to psych him out here. But I've been watching him clean up these racks, and he's hitting them good.
It's amazing what a road trip that is fairly successful will do. A little exposure, a little this, a little that. He's always had a stroke.
Yeah.
He's always had a stroke. I remember I drew him first round a couple tournaments in a row back when he was coming up. And he was hungry and he really wanted it. And he told me flat out, he says, I can't do it now. He says, but I'm going to in the future. And I knew he was going to in the future. There was no doubt about that. He's put in a lot of good time and a lot of hard work.
He has put in a lot of hard work, and he deserves it. He's
yeah,
such
and
a nice guy.
He's a great dude, right? And he's hung around with some of the players that actually could influence him properly as far as how you attack the game, right? And I mean, here in Calgary, we tend to attack the game. We don't have much of a safety game here. Everybody goes for everything.
No, they're pretty aggressive.
We play safe when we gotta, but otherwise we're going. You know that. Even the girls here, even the girls make balls. Yeah. Right? You know what I mean? That's how you gotta go.
We've got such a good pool community here, and the girls that I hang out with Lan and Steph and Teresa, Michelle, and Shauna.
Absolutely.
We play with the best of them, and not that we're taking these guys down on a regular basis, but they sure have taught us some good lessons, and we play pretty aggressive too. Good night. See you tomorrow. Yeah, Plum, and we're pretty lucky. We get to play these guys all the time. Live right in our backyard.
Benny picking this pack apart very nicely. He's been on. This is a nice smooth little stroke. Drop short side on the 5. He's going to have to check this 5 ball up now to get over top of the deuce, but he looks good here. Eric, well, I'm not sure really what he's up to yet. It's early. There's a couple things to go on yet.
Yeah, he's picking it apart slowly but surely.
Yeah. If he ends up high angle a little bit on the 9, he should be able to make the 9, promote the 14 and the 10, and
Field, table 9, please.
should be actually fairly easy after that. Unless they both, I mean, I can't tell from here. Oh, they both go. He doesn't have to promote anything. Oh yeah, everything goes. Forget it. Forget I even mentioned promoting anything. All he's got to do is just keep playing shape.
Oh, the 14-12 you're looking at?
Yeah, they both go.
Yeah, they do.
14-10. The 12-11 over here, they both go on the side. If he freezes there, he's a little bit hoop noodled, to borrow
he got lucky there.
Dwayne Bjornstad saying.
He checked
Benny
out a couple times.
Strokes that in.
A little too much travel on that 8 ball. He wanted to stop a little bit shorter. Looks like he's going to go... Oh, I don't know if it goes in and off the rail.
I don't know if he can shoot it through. I don't think he can cut it back. Eric made pretty easy work out of this table. I think if it passes the 15 clean, I think I would
Go in and off the rail?
I
don't know if it does.
think I would try and pass it straight through. Try and
follow it
just
in?
sweet it, yeah. And I mean, what else do you have in this situation? You could pound it and try and go in off, but I don't know. I can't tell from this angle if that's even reasonable. It looks to me from here, though, that the 15's too low for that. It does. Now, if he kicks it in, that's another story. That would be a world-class effort.
Yeah,
If he went to the side rail first and kicked that in.
He called that top left pocket.
All right, that's how he's decided to go. Well, hit it good, mate. Well, he hit it pretty good. I know it doesn't look like that's very good, but that's actually pretty close. It's only a matter of a quarter inch on the rail. What is her name? I know her from years ago.
I don't recognize
Years
her.
ago in league. Oh, I definitely recognized her. Hopefully that comes to me at some point. I'll have to look at the draw. Well, Garvey gets his first swing in.
Garvey's trying to get on the road to recovery here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can only win one at a time, so you might as well win them one at a time. Oh.
Oh, dry break for Eric.
Nothing even threatened a pocket. Not even threatened.
Garvey's on the board there. Trying keeping it tight. What cue is Ben shooting with? Yeah, Ben shoots with the Dale Perry.
Yeah.
A Dale Perry custom.
Surprisingly whippy shaft. It is.
He's played with it for a long time.
I know he has.
I don't know if he's ever going to change.
Oh no, I don't believe so. I don't believe so. He's picked up a few of our cues over the course of time, and I know he could adjust, but I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
He has a very nice hitting cue, and he's played with it
He's just
all his
accustomed to
career.
it, you know.
You
It's
know.
kind of like an extension of your arm now. You just know how to drive it.
Oh, absolutely. I only had 3 snooker cues. I played for 12 years, 13 years, and I only had 3 snooker cues. I've had a few more 9-ball cues, but really I've settled in on this one. I've had this one for about 5 years now, and it's not going anywhere. No, it's not going anywhere. It's my baby. Are you kidding? It understands me. How do you like that? That's the truth. I know when it's sick. It knows when I'm sick. It knows
Aw.
it can bail me out once in
It
a
picks you
while.
up when you're down, does
I'm
it?
telling you. Sometimes you shoot a ball and you go, yeah, that was awesome.
It just gets me.
That was awesome, right? I didn't know we could do that, right? And it's not, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know we could do that. Oh, yeah, the cue's part of it. It's a living, breathing thing. It changes as we go along.
That's funny.
It's not funny, it's the truth.
I know
It
it
is
is
funny.
the truth. It's funny because it's true.
It is funny. There's no question. Yeah. Oh, it's totally a part of you. Totally a part of you. It never used to be that way for me. I used to be able to just pick up anything, but now it's like, yeah, I like the comfort of it.
Yeah,
I
like
do.
a security blanket.
Yeah, sure. That used to be one of my favorite things. I don't have a cue. Can I use your cue if we play each other?
Right.
I beat so many guys with their cue. Oh, this cue, it's great. Watch what this does.
You're a savage.
Oh, I
You're a
was.
savage, Bill
No,
Thompson.
I was. I didn't gamble very much, but I had a lot of fun, let me tell you.
Let's just see where we're at here. Just making sure before I say anything. Guys, Eric and Steven, this is the A side final. So the loser of this match will go to the B side and will be guaranteed 3rd place. On the B side is Joe Spence and Russ Whittle. They're playing right now. And this other match, Ben Francis and Garvey Yee. This is for 5-6 spot. This is going to be the last match of the night. So after these matches here, we'll be shutting it down. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Oh, just horrible. You know what? That's a fix in the schedule because the ladies' schedule had a match scheduled for 7:30 tomorrow morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in the round robin. Yeah, Ted changed that.
I bet they did.
Yeah, I bet. I bet he got a complaint or two.
Yeah.
7:30. That's not right. I mean,
no.
if you're going to play at 7:30, then you might as well just keep playing from now, and we'll play at
If that
7:30.
was the case, I would have called
Like,
my opponent
play
and
all
asked him
night.
to come in tonight.
Sure, absolutely, right?
'Cause
Yeah,
that is inhumane.
yeah, no, yeah. He saw the error in his ways, I'm going to say, and or was shown the error in his ways, I'm going to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was obviously a typo.
No, it was serious.
Oh,
There
for
was
real?
9. Oh yeah, the winner of that match had to play a 9 o'clock match. That was very serious. Thanks for the drink. Todd, I've never heard of a Ned Morris. And I have to say, when it comes to cue makers, I don't know too many of the local ones. But if you're in California, see Bernie Mickelson, the guy that we were talking about, he learned from a cue maker, I believe, who was in the San Francisco area many, many moons ago. But I believe that
Fun
that's
fact.
where he did his apprenticeship.
Wow.
When he was traveling in the U.S. playing all-comers, 8-ball and 9-ball, right? All-comers that he wanted to play anyhow, right? You know, he landed in California, and I believe that's pretty much where he did his internship.
Wow.
Yes.
That was a nice touch by Ben. I think that he was He was surprised he had perfect weight on that 5 ball. It just kept rolling, and he thought maybe it was just going to stop short. A little clench there, I saw. Here's another fun fact. We found out in Forebears last year when we were there that Bernie Mickelson was dating Jason Clant's aunt.
Yes.
I believe her name was Vera.
Yes.
Steven is just going on a quick break here, guys, so we'll just flip over to Ben's table so we can watch that in full. There's a lot of hustlers. That's how they made their living, how they survived.
I'm not sure Bernie was a hustler. I think Bernie gave you whatever game he had. He would try and negotiate the best game possible, don't get me wrong, right? But at the end of the day, he would pretty much give you his game, whatever it was.
A great player, though.
Oh,
he was
superb player.
He was so good that he couldn't even find action in his own backyard here. Had to leave the country.
That's the truth.
Had to leave the country to find action, so that's tough.
I mean, when you've only got a handful of guys all the way across the country that are playing at the same level as you, that's no good. You can't just go to one town to play one guy, right? And he's as good as you are, right? So you go on the road and you see what you can come up with.
So this is Ben's break here, and he is not hopping and skipping about it.
Well, it's pretty ugly.
It is pretty ugly. And that is the 8-ball that's hanging in the side left pocket there.
Yeah, the 10 and the 4 are together, the deuce and the 12 are together, the 5 is in the middle of those balls, the 1 and the 7 are down there. I'm not sure, you got to be really sweet on the 6 to get that out, and the 8-ball's hanging over the side.
That's right, just to make it a little bit more interesting.
Just in case you want to get frisky about something. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got to go solids, and then you see. But you can't be trying to break. You can't be trying to break the 9-ball out. So you have to go solids, right? If you could break the 9-ball out, well, that'd be another story.
Yeah,
but
if there was another high ball in that vicinity, maybe.
You know.
But it's risky.
You could go this way. You could come back around to the right off 2 rails and try and get straight in on the 12 and the side, and come back a little bit to get on the 10 properly to try and break out the 9, which I don't think would have worked.
Well,
to be honest with you.
He did go low ball.
Yeah, no, that's all I see there.
So let's see how he picks this apart.
Yeah, well,
I see the wheels turning.
sure. The big shot is going to be getting really nicely situated on the 6 for the breakout. If you get situated there nicely, you probably have a good shot at getting out here. Comes through the hole. Those balls all go. The 7-ball, he's got to make sure he frees up the 1. The 7's an automatic free up. You have to hit it in such a way that you get the 1 ball out. Because if the 1 ball's not out, you didn't really accomplish anything. You just you took away a breakout ball and you only got one of them out. You got to get them both out.
Oh. Swung at it that way. I didn't see that one coming.
Well, just based on how much he hit it, I think he needed to overplay the juice a little bit to see if he could have gotten more contact. It's like he put the ball on the wrong side of the pocket there. I think if you asked him, I think he put it in the wrong side, and that just made the contact a little thin, which made the breakout a little thin. Boys are settling nicely into a good solid second ball break here on, what table number is this?
Table number 1, I think.
This is table 1? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Table 1,
Or as
second
I
ball
call it, the
seems to
right
be
table.
the right table. Yes, the right table.
So
No,
the right.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Hard to
Could really
confuse.
care less what number it is, but
Hard to confuse.
table
That's
on
not
the
bad.
right.
Benny playing a little safety shot here. Hit it not bad.
not bad.
Let me tell you. Didn't leave Garvey any real options. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Maybe that 9 goes in off the 8.
Maybe. I don't know.
Have
Is
a
the
whole lot
8
of options
is the
here.
8 in off anywhere? I think he's just freezing him to the bottom of the 1. I could be wrong though. He's moved a couple times now, so
That'll make it interesting.
okay. Now what do we got happening? He's got the 1 ball straight in. Looks like the 7 ball goes to the opposite side. Steven made this rack look painfully easy.
Well, Steven's down. Well, at the beginning of this rack, he was down 3-1. Just had a little break, reset himself, I think. And
Well, he definitely needed to get out there because
Yeah.
down 4-1 against the break in a race to 7 is bad.
yeah,
Down 3-2 against the break in a race to 7 is at least more manageable, more tenable. He's still not happy. He's given up the mini break.
looks like it looks like he's back on track.
That Dale Perry seems to work just fine.
He sure does love it.
Another good finish by Ben.
It was nice. And I have to say, I do like these new CSL shirts that the guys are wearing. They're pretty sharp.
You're liking those?
I like it with their name, the nice name on it. Steven's got a different one on, the green stripe. Got a couple of different styles. They look sharp though.
Well, you should have a couple of different styles. You want to give the people some sort of an option, some sort of an opportunity to pick what they like, for sure. I like the highlights.
Yeah, they're sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if we could just get people to dress from the waist down, we'd be fine. Oh, yeah, this running shoes and sweatpants and stuff, no, it makes me nuts. I'm sorry. And I wear baggy jeans, and it's wrong. No, if you want to promote the game properly, you have to show the game properly. If somebody
Yes.
walks in, you know, I understand that there's talks going on with Snooker Canada. Well, snooker, as you know, gets played with a high level of
Yes.
dress restrictions.
Yes.
And we are talking high level dress
Yes.
restrictions. Okay?
You know, I really love watching the players at like the Chinese 8-ball, the joy, like with the vests and the dress shirts, and I mean,
Absolutely.
it looks so sharp.
It's exactly the same, right? And if
Snooker,
you're
yeah,
looking for
same thing.
sponsorship, wouldn't you want to promote, wouldn't you want it to look good? I want it to look good, right? So
But I
that's
think
that's
when
on
you
the
look good,
players
you
a
feel
little.
good too, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just kind of like a domino effect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with I can remember being a snooker player and putting on my tux gear, having the bow tie or the suspenders and the dress shirts and the dress pants and the dress shoes and the dress socks. Right?
Yeah.
And you knew it was tournament time.
Yes.
You did. You knew it was tournament time. Right? So promotionally, I would say, yeah, you know. You guys got some nice shirts there. All right, those are good functional golf shirts for sure. Those are nice. They jump out. Everywhere in the room, you'll be able to see the shoulder stripes.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the room, you'll be able to see them, right? Not that they're illuminated,
No.
but you will be able to see. You will. You'll be able to look around and go, yeah, there's one of our shirts. Yeah, there's one of our
Just a
shirts.
nice touch.
No, that's
It's
good.
visible.
That's right. That's good for sure.
Yeah, Phil, I don't know if, I don't think Ben would be opposed to trying a Mickelson. It would take some adjustment, and I think that's probably what he's afraid of. He's so used to his cue, and it is a custom cue. Mickelsons are a little bit pricey, and then there would be some downtime trying to get used to a new cue, and I don't think he's up for having downtime. He has talked about it, but I just don't see it happening.
It would take Benny a full season, in my estimation, to say that he is completely adjusted to a Mickelson from his Dale Perry.
Yeah.
It would take a full season
Well, and
of play.
we have
you know?
so many good tournaments here in Alberta and in and around the area, even ones that we travel to in Saskatchewan or BC or into the northern states there. There's so many tournaments. I don't think that he would be willing to have that downtime. There's just not enough time to get used to a new cue.
It would be a change.
Definitely.
Let me tell you, it would be a change. I've hit with his cue. It's a big change. It would be a big change in his game.
Travis, we are here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada at the CCS Western Canadians. We are at the Acadia Rec Center. CCS is Canadian Cue Sports. If you guys are interested in playing in any of these tournaments here, just check out their website, Canadian Cue Sports or CDN Cue Sports. They will tell you how to enter. If you don't play in a CCS regulated league where you are, it's an ACS affiliated, Canadian Cue Sports, American Cue Sports, same thing. But anybody can play the singles events. You just pay the entry fee plus a small sanction fee, and you're able to play the singles events. In order to play the team events, you do have to have weeks in with the league. But if you're in and around the area, you just want to hit some balls with these guys, come on down. We'd love to have you. All the information is there on the Canadian Cue Sports website page.
Yeah, Royce, we did draw the 50-50, and it was won by Kevin Plowman for $395, of which I believe he took back 150, threw 20 to the guy who bought him for him, and gave the rest of the money to
Barry
be
Hui,
donated to the Barry Hui Fund.
like a class act he is.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Oh, it's a really nice gesture. One big happy family. Always willing to help somebody out. That's why we do this. And that looks like it's Grant is listening to the stream at home.
Go to bed, Grant.
Yeah, that was the whole purpose of me covering
Go
for
to
you.
bed, Grant. Oh, we have a rare miss.
Eric knows that he's going to pay for that mistake.
Maybe. He's not in a bad spot. He actually left a difficult combo.
It is tough. It's tough to regulate a dress code. These guys are definitely comfortable in these shirts. They look sharp. However, running shoes, these guys have been here since 8 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be finishing up probably in about a half an hour. It's going to be midnight 30, in around about that time. So, 16, 17, 18 hours on these concrete floors
They are
is
so
really tough.
bad for you,
So
man.
if you were to be wearing dress shoes
Yeah.
on these floors, you would be really paying for it the next day. So it's tough. I understand why the guys do it. It was the same thing in forebears, concrete floors, not a stitch of any give. There was no carpet anywhere. There was no, rubber tiles or anything. It was 1,000% concrete floors. And when you're playing that long, these floors will make you pay. And these guys are here playing all these events, especially like the Stevens, Eric's, Ben's, Joe's, Russ's, and all these guys. They play all the events: 9-ball singles, 8-ball singles, 9-ball team, 8-ball team. They're here for the full go. So they're pretty much here 9 a.m. Wednesday morning till whenever they shut it down late Sunday night. I would agree if we were in like kind of like a joy environment or a snooker environment where it was, nice and carpeted and everything was nice and laid out and nice and pretty. However, we are in a curling arena and there is no give to these floors.
No, this is a very difficult event to play in because it takes 5 days if you play in the Scotch doubles, and it is physically grueling to be on these tables for
Yes.
a long time.
Yes.
I do everything I possibly can to make sure that my feet are comfortable playing on these things. I wear good runners, I wear inserts in my runners, I make sure I got the right socks on,
Yeah.
all of it,
Yeah.
You have to. You have to. You're going to
Bring
wear
a
it
sweater
down.
just in case, because you never, especially in Calgary, you never know
Oh.
what the weather is going to be like. If
Oh, it
there's
could
so many
snow or
smokers
rain
and the
or
doors are open. You don't want to feel that gust. If you're going to be playing close to the doors, or if you're going to be playing in amidst of 100 bodies, you got to be prepared for all these things.
No, he hit that back cut better than the last one.
That was really nice.
Got a little rub off the side horn.
Did.
Garvey plays a lockdown safety over here after Benny made one of the few mistakes I've seen him make in the last 2 hours.
The night is getting long.
Oh, even for the young guys.
Yeah.
That's funny, eh?
Definitely for us older guys too.
Yeah, Clark, a second pair, and I'm serious about orthotic inserts. For sure. For sure. I wear them at work. I wear them when I play pool. They really do work. But it doesn't matter. At the end of 10 or 12 or 14 hours or 8 hours or whatever it is, your feet still hurt.
Yeah.
It is solid concrete.
It is a marathon for
There's
sure.
nothing. Yeah, you are pounding yourself. There's nothing easy about it. People say, oh, it's not physical. Yeah, well, just try and walk 55 kilometers over the course of 5 days and see how you think.
Yeah.
Right? We've
Yeah.
all done it. It's a nightmare. You need a day off after the tournament just to
Just to
recover.
recover.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
that's right.
Of course. And it's not like it's from the drinking, because by Sunday we've all finished that.
Nope.
Kevin, I have no idea where I'm playing next year. It's always that case. Always.
I have a couple of suggestions.
Yeah, do you? Yeah. I was actually thinking of putting together a team of young guns and just kind of being their coach or something
That's
for
a
a season.
fantastic idea.
And just see what a guy could create if he could create something.
You could have, there's some good pickings.
No, I think so too. I think I don't know if a guy like me would be able to give him the proper guidance, but I've been kind of watching what Huey's been doing with the boys, and it's been kind of fun. I know he started with a really good product, but it's
did.
been kind of fun to watch,
He did.
right? And I'm thinking, you
And
know,
he's so proud.
at the rate that I play nowadays, I just think, you know, I don't play so much, but I'd still like to be interested in the game, and I think that would make me interested, something like that.
That would.
I
I
don't
think
know.
that's a fantastic idea.
I don't know. Just throwing things at the wall right now, seeing if anything sticks. You know,
I
Oh,
think
that
that's a
ball rolled.
fantastic idea.
that ball rolled a mile. He was killing them there. That ball rolled at least, I'm gonna say, 40% of a ball,
Wow.
because he was just rolling in behind it.
Yeah, Alex. You know, when Ben is on, he is on. He's tough to beat. He catches that gear, and you definitely have to cross your fingers and hope he makes a mistake, and then capitalize on it, because who knows if you're going to get another chance at the table.
Oh yeah,
You
played
played
solid.
really great though in Four Bears. I watched you on the stream. Alex Walker here, I believe he's the one that Ben knocked out. But it was Alex's very first big tournament.
Nice.
Ended up coming against Ben Francis and got some hard knocks, but a very good showing. No shame in losing to a Ben Francis, because he plays pretty lights out.
Absolutely. There isn't a good player in this room who hasn't lost to Ben Francis. I
That's
promise you that. Practice all summer, Kevin. When you get up to 6 balls, give me a call.
I think Billy said he's not holding his breath though.
I never said any such thing. I think he's fully capable of getting up to 6 balls.
Chad, any tips for dealing with long wait times between matches at large tourneys?
Yeah,
Never
go have a
fails
nap.
for me. Playing lights out until you get a 4-hour wait. I think that's a grind for anybody.
That's a mental component. That's what that is.
Yeah, and
You
I
have
think
to-
that's part of the game, going to these big tournaments and having to grind out big wait times.
Garvey will not be happy with that miss.
No.
That miss is going to be his last shot of the tournament, I believe. That's going to leave a little bit of a bad taste in his mouth.
Sure is.
But yeah, when it comes to long wait times and stuff, I'm telling you, everybody deals with it different. A great player who used to play here in Calgary, Tyler Eady, he used to pull out a book and read. And then when he got a tablet, he would pull out his tablet and he would read in between matches. And the time would go by because you were reading,
Right.
right? So the time would just fly by. And it wouldn't seem like he waited 2.5 hours in between matches because he
Right.
read 80 pages of his book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to learn to kill the time some way. You want to make the time go fast if you
Yes.
can. If you sit around and watch the clock and every time 60 seconds goes by,
Yeah.
you notice it, it's going to be a long time
There's
if you
only
got
so
a big
much,
weight.
Only so much pool you can watch in between matches as well. You
Of
know,
course.
if you're just sitting around hanging out with your buddies.
You should always
yes.
try and get away a little bit.
Yeah, I know. For example, like Steven will go to the car and have a quick recharge. You know, obviously make sure that you're eating.
Absolutely.
You know, and something that doesn't weigh 50 pounds. You know, just make sure that your stomach is full to contentment without overeating, so that you need to take a nap. I think that's key.
Yeah, naps are bad in the middle of tournaments.
Yeah, but that works for some, like Steven does it. So Ben gets that one. So we'll just go to this one here, 4-2. Eric and Steven. So Ben carries on the B side. He is back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for a match.
9 a.m.
Yeah, and I'll just see here who he is waiting for. I believe he's waiting for the winner of Joe and Russ.
That would be correct.
Yeah, Alex, I'm not going to lie, Ben's one of my favorites. He's just an all-around good guy. You know, helps whenever he can, and he's always willing to share his knowledge, of course, like you guys know on the stream. He is not a partier. He takes his pool very seriously. He's, you know, the first one to go to bed, first one here in the morning. So we just love that guy to death.
First one to go to bed. That's funny. That's the Cinderella rule.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in town, out of town, anywhere you are in a tournament and you get an opportunity to, you be home by midnight. That's
Yeah.
the Cinderella rule. That's a Ben Riker thing. Ben Riker taught me that many, many moons ago. You need your sleep, no matter what.
Good rule. It's a good rule.
All right?
And it's tough. It's tough, man, when your teammates and all your buddies are out there partying and, you know, wanting to hang out all night.
Absolutely.
And you're like, no, I got a 9 or 10 o'clock match. I got to go to bed. It's tough to break away. It's like walking away from that slot machine after you've been winning, you know. It's the toughest part of the day.
No,
It's
you
just
you
to
gotta
break away
go.
and go.
You gotta go. You gotta take care of yourself, right? You gotta take care of the machine, right? The machine needs sleep. The machine needs food.
That's
the
right.
machine needs whatever. Good shooting, buddy. You got on a bit of a roll the last couple hours. You did,
Lights
for sure,
out.
for sure, for sure.
Eric and Steven is the A side. This is the A side final we're watching here.
Girl, I'm gonna step out for a bit.
Yeah, you go ahead. You know where to find me. We like it.
It's fun. It'll the other end so much. I mean, it's, you know,
So yeah, as far as those wait times for tournaments, I know that Ben finds it really helpful that he just come to the CSL desk and help us commentate in between those big wait times, right? Helps him pass the time. And it keeps you itchy watching these good matches on the stream. Keeps you itchy, keeps you hungry, keeps your focus on. You're gonna go home? You go back here tomorrow morning? Sounds good. Well, we'll be here. All right. Thanks, Billy Thompson. Billy Thompson checking out for the night. His partner Alana plays tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., so he's gonna go home. Like he just said, it's 11:36. He'll probably be home within 10 minutes and in bed before midnight, like the Cinderella he is. Darcy, this is going to be the last match of the night, guys. Eric and Steven is the last slotted match for tonight. They will start up at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, and it's, they'll just let me know that Russ and Joe are playing a Hill game right now. The winner will be back tomorrow morning at 9. The loser goes out in 5-6 spot. And it looks like Joe just scratched on the break. That might hurt. Marilee, we did do the 50-50. It was $395 tonight. That was won by Mr. Kevin Plowman, who, for the second time since he's been buying 50-50 tickets, has been watching on the stream, asked whoever I was commentating with to pitch in and buy him the tickets, and won. So while we were in Niagara, he asked PJ, who was commentating with me at the time, to throw in 20 bucks to buy 50-50 tickets. He won an $800 pot in Niagara. And then just tonight, he asked Billy to throw in 20 bucks to buy him some 50-50 tickets and won $395. And the stand-up guy that he is gave Billy his money back for buying the tickets. Said that he would just take only $150 for himself, and the rest was donated to Mr. Barry Huey. So really nice of Kevin to do that. And Marilee, that ticket number was posted, I believe, on the CSL site. I think it's actually on this stream here. I had brought my kids to the tournament because I was supposed to do the pass off, and Grant was supposed to take them home early. But the kids did the draw, drew the winning number. Thank you for everybody who contributed. I know that you guys know this is how we cover some of our expenses while we're at these tournaments. We appreciate every one of you. Even if you are not willing or able to contribute to the raffles or the tickets or any donations, anything like that, every share, every like counts just as much in our books. If we can show these tournament directors that it's valuable for us to be here at these tournaments, we'll arrange more tournaments to be at. So thank you guys for all your support. While they're racking here, guys, I'm just going to quickly throw up this Q raffle that we got going on right now. This is the Custom Mickelson. I think we're down to about under 20 tickets on this Q. $50 Canadian. It's a beautiful Q. Wrapless, comes with a zero deflection shaft. And you know the drill. You can send your money to qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal at paypal.me/qsportslive. Sorry guys, Steven's Q's just almost went over there. I just ninja'd the hell out of that. And that was a monster break. Travis, if you just click on the Q Sports Live header on your Facebook, it'll bring you to our Facebook page, and you just hit that little thumbs up, like the page, make sure that you're following it, and every time we go live, you will get the notification that we're on. We typically go on live every week. You can also follow us on YouTube, guys. If you have friends and family that don't have Facebook, but you think that they would enjoy the stream, just find us on YouTube and follow us there. You'll get an email notification every time we go live there. And just so you know, that was a really nice out by Steven. A little bit of frustration and anger coming out there. And sorry guys, this score is incorrect. It is 6-3. So just so you guys know, for every follower that we have going on our YouTube, when we get to 2,000 followers, we're going to do a Q draw, a free Q draw for all of our followers. So if you follow us on YouTube, make sure that your settings are set to public. Take it off private because we won't be able to see your name as a follower if it's set to private. And once we get to 2,000 followers, we're going to do a free Q draw. This is still the 8-ball, Darcy. Eric and Steven are playing the A-side final right now. The loser will be guaranteed third place. They will go to the B-side and play tomorrow around noon, I believe it is. And the news on that other match looks like Joe scratched on that Hill break. And Russ is walking away with the paper. Oh, I just heard Russ say that Russ was up 6-1 and Joe came back to make it Hill and scratched on the break. And Russ got out on that 7th game. Or sorry, on that 13th game. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Dave. I wouldn't have remembered that. So Plowman needs to peace out Ben and my 8-year-old son. Quick payout, please. Top 3. Let me see if I can find that out for you, guys. If you're interested in following any of these draws, you can do so on CompuSport. All the payouts are there. Paul Silva. It looks like. So 4th is going to get 150. 3rd is 500. 2nd is 1100. And 1st is going to be 1800 plus entry into the event next year. So 1800 plus next year's entry, 1100, 500, 150. Looks like they're only paying out top 4. So Garvey Yee and Joe Spence are out in the 5th, 6th spot in the bubble. So we're on track here, guys. Like I said, this is going to be the last match of the night. The score is correct. It is 6-3. Eric is on the hill, and Steven is trying to claw his way back. Eric's been slicing and dicing these balls in all night. Really nice back cuts. I'm not sure who sings this song. This is not part of my repertoire. Eric's on the hill. sure what actually goes here. That 3-ball definitely goes, no problem. It looks like the 2-ball might go, but it's tight. He left himself a really good angle just to bump that 5-6 out, I think, if that's what needs to happen. Just taking a quick breather, resetting. He definitely does not want to let Steven back at this table. He just wants this win. It's on the hill first. Has the chance. Oh, wow. He just double horns it. That might have been my fault, because I was pretty sure he was out there. So, Steven's at the table. He needs to make this count. Wow. Oh, that's a nice shot. So it is 10 to midnight here, Mountain Standard Time, guys. Wow, really nice shot. Ten to midnight here, and we will be back for 9 a.m. matches in 9 hours to watch the rest of these 8-ball finals go down. We are watching the A-side final here. The winner will have the hot seat, and the loser will be guaranteed third on the B side. A-side final. So if you are new to Q Sports Live, make sure that you guys like the Facebook page and follow it. You'll get notifications every time we go live. We'd love to see you guys back. Lots of great pool coming up for the weekend. We've just finished the 9-ball singles. This is just kind of the tail end of the 8-ball singles. I believe the 9-ball teams and ladies event starts tomorrow. And then we'll have 8-ball teams as well. So all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. We're gonna live and breathe pool. Well, he's not going without kicking and screaming. It is 6-4, Eric over Steven. These guys are all so good. They play each other all the time. These guys are teammates. Steven and his brother Joe, Eric Vargas, Ben Francis. These guys are all roadies. They're roommates on the road. Pool brothers. They play each other lots. and it's no surprise that they draw each other in the finals all the time. Thanks, Scott. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here all weekend. Make sure you're tuning in tomorrow. Dry break. Dry break, and he is not happy about it. I brought them to share. So the only thing that Eric has to really work out here is that 14 sitting behind the 5 on the rail. Everything else has a pocket. I will be in Vegas for VNEA this year, Scott. I will be there for the full 10 days. Looking forward to it, but the flights are pretty pricey right now. So Eric has called the, like he's called the 14. He's gonna try to run that 14 ball into the bottom right pocket here. He asked Steven if he wanted a ref. Steven said he was good, but Eric has called a ref for himself. Just wants to make sure he's on the up and up. He's a good hit. However, he is super straight on that 10 ball. And that 5 ball sat right in front of that 15, which is, I think, what he wanted to take next. So we'll see what he does here. Oh, Scott, so I individually will be in Vegas for VNEA. I'll be working as a league coordinator down there. I'm going for my charter. The CSL crew will not be there, however.
What's he doing? He's staring someone down.
We had Vegas in the works for ACS, but it did fall through. We're hoping to be there next year, though, so if you guys have any contacts that can get us down to Vegas for any of these big events, ACS, TAP, APA, VNEA, BCA, we'd love to try and work something out with you guys. Yeah, Lanny, this is for the hot seat. Eric versus Steven. This is the A-side final. And it is 6-4 for Eric right now. Yeah, unfortunately, I will be down there for VNEA just for work and to do a little bit of play. The rest of the crew will not be coming this time. But we're crossing our fingers for next year. That 15 is tough. That 15 is tough action. It does not have a pocket anywhere. Doesn't go into either side or any of the four corners. So it'll be interesting to see what he does here. Maybe he just left the shape for the bank shot. Yeah, Tim, we typically go live every week. If we're not at a tournament, we'll stream one of our local open weekly tournaments. Like we've said a million times on this stream before, we're very blessed to have a really strong and great pool community. So on a weekly basis, if we're not at a big tourney, we'll be at the Leather Pocket or a hidden spot, which are local halls here that have really good open tournaments. And at those tournaments, you'll always see the Stevens and the Erics, Ben Francis, PJ, Joe Spence, all these guys. They're pretty much there all week. And we've got a number of really good.
Cody Graham, could you come to the tournament desk, please? Cody Graham.
Sorry, really good either very strong advanced or masters players. So always great pool to watch. Make sure you guys have like the Facebook page and hit the follow button. You'll get notifications every time we go live. This could be it for the win here. Oh, he's nervous. It's about the 5th time he stood up. And also, guys, if you know somebody who doesn't have Facebook, we do stream to YouTube simultaneously as well. So you can always follow us there. You betcha, Tim. Thanks for tuning in. Money. Lots of pressure here. This is for the win. This is for the hot seat. Really tough to take a hot seat away from Stephen Holem too. So Eric definitely wants this. This is the last match going on in the room. And there's about a couple dozen people standing behind me watching this 8-ball go down, so. In the heart. We are in Calgary, Darcy. Oh, Billy. I don't even know if I have your number. I will try to look for it. I will ask at the desk, and I will let you know. So, guys, that is it for tonight. Eric Vargas gets the hot seat for the 8-ball singles. Steven is going to the B side. He's going to await the B side finalist. B side is going to start tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Next match will be at 10:30. And then I believe the final, B side final will be at 10:30. Let me just look at this here, give you guys the right information. So it looks like Russ Whittle and Ben Francis are going to play at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Steven is going to await the winner of that at 10:30. Sorry guys, just got some things going around behind me here. And then the final will be at noon. So make sure you guys tune into that. 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time tomorrow morning. Make sure you like the page, follow it. Like I said, we do stream to YouTube as well. So make sure you follow us there. Sorry guys, it just looks like there's it's tough to get these guys who've been playing and drinking all night out of here. Lots of talking going around. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. We will be here bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we'll see you then. Thanks to Billy Thompson for joining me today. That was a real treat. Good night, guys.